Welcome to Tolworth, where today touch tennis has taken over. And we're here for the Winter Varsity Cup. Tournament organiser Alan Mazzetti briefed the students on what to expect from the day, as well as what's up for grabs.
Trophy for the winners, medals for the winners, Amazon vouchers, also a huge bag of stash. 5 minutes and then we'll head through.
So we've got 4 teams here today and they're going through a series of group matches, trying to battle their way through to the final to win the big prize.
First though, they had an opportunity to talk tactics.
Trying to stoke out our competition, see who's nervous.
The boys are going to play singles, but we're on show court, so a bit scary.
First round, we've got Birmingham versus Kent.
Introducing the Varsity Cup debutants from the University of Birmingham. Their first opponents are the University of Kent. Kent will be hoping to build on their success from the last Varsity Cup, where they reached the final. In this tight opening match, the teams were only separated by 2 tie-breaks, which went the way of the Ultras.
It's unreal. 5-4, 5-4, 2 tie-breaks. But our partner, two huge serves from 3-4 down the last one.
It's our serves I think we need to work on. I think the boys are going to win, and then we'll be a match-up.
Well, the boys should be feeling confident having won their opening doubles match, leaving the score at 1 apiece with 2 singles matches remaining. Fleck then continued his good work to put Birmingham 2-1 in front. However, Brears was not about to lie down. And he brought the tie level in both matches and sets. So who takes the points in this situation? Well, here's Alan Mazzetti to explain.
Yeah, so it's 2-2 at the end. It'll be a 5-point shootout. Whoever gets to 5 first will win that match, so it's really make or break for these guys.
Kent started strongly in this 5-point shootout, taking a 3-1 lead. Birmingham dug deep though, and here's Oliver with the first chance to win the match. And she made no mistake, leaving Buckley with little chance.
Well, I mean, we were sort of 3-1 up. Sometimes that's the way it goes.
With the day's play underway, it's now time to introduce the 2 remaining teams. Welcome Brunel University. And they face a stern early test as we give a special welcome back to the reigning Varsity Cup champions, the University of Chester. Okay, here we go. What have you got this time, Chester?
Yeah.
Fantastic shot there by Leather Barrow to kickstart the Holders tournament. Meanwhile, the Chester girls showing that they can add value to this team. Chester just about found a way to the finishing line, helped by a huge turnaround in the 3rd set tie-break in the final singles match.
I went 4-0 down 3rd set tie-break, so happy to win it in the end.
In a replay of the inaugural Varsity Cup final, Chester could potentially send Kent packing with a win here. And the Leather Barrow-Clark partnership looked too hot to handle for the Ultras. The girls are putting up more of a fight on court 2, but back on stage court it was all over as Chester edged in front.
The Chester are a good side, they beat us in the final last year, yeah.
Here, come on, girls, how'd you get on?
Yeah, we won.
You win? There you go. 1-1 at the change event. 3, 2, 1. Ultras!
Hopefully take the singles and do the business again.
And that they did do to clock up Chester's 2nd win of the day and seal a definite place in today's final. Brunel still had a chance to progress to face Chester again, but they would need to defeat Birmingham in this one, and it turned out to be a tremendous contest. With the scores tied at 1 apiece after the doubles, it was still all to play for. Birmingham just holding a slight edge, having taken a set off Brunel in the match they lost. As a 2-2 tie looked the increasingly likely outcome, confusion arose amongst the players as they began to prepare for the dreaded 5-point shootout.
It's 2-all.
But it wasn't to be.
Shootout time.
No shootout. Birmingham actually won 5-4.
What?
Well, we won 1 doubles and lost 1 doubles, but because we dropped 1 set in the winning doubles, they got more sets overall in their matches. I think they got 5 sets, we got 4. So it went down to sets, which is fair. I mean, they had a great game. They played very well. Yeah, just stings.
With the Varsity Cup glimmering brightly by the side of the stage court and an online audience increasing by the minute, the stage was well and truly set. It was reigning champions Chester versus the new kids Birmingham. As with the group games, the final begins with 2 doubles matches. Birmingham looked a little nervous early on, with the boys making too many unforced errors. It was a much closer match over here though, with a 3rd set imminent. The last thing Birmingham needed was Lady Luck going Chester's way. They do not look pleased. Chester then closed out the match to take the first point. This one was well and truly in the balance though. And after a tense 3rd set and tiebreak, it all came down to this point. Would it be 1-1 or 2-love to Chester? The pressure just proving a little too much for Oliver.
It was crazy how close that was. To be fair, I didn't even realise it was the last point.
Just got to the final stage. We're now going to get all of the players in the team to play singles, so Birmingham could still well easily pull that back.
Here we go then. All 4 singles matches start at the same time, and this will decide the destination of the Winter Varsity Cup. Birmingham came flying out of the blocks here, looking fired up for these singles matches. Chester still showing grit when needed though. Terrific shot once again by Metcalf, while Oliver will feel that she didn't do much wrong there at all. Match point for Clark of Chester here, which he takes to give Chester a 3-love lead. But it's all happening now. Moore has just won her match to give Birmingham their first point in the final, and it's as you were. But Moore can only watch on now as both the remaining matches edge towards a 3rd set tiebreak. If Birmingham claw their way back to 3-3, they would win the Varsity Cup. And that's the end of the road for Birmingham as Metcalf gives Chester an unassailable 4-1 lead. And over on stage court, Leatherbarrow puts the final nail in the coffin and wraps up a superb win for the now double champions. The 5-1 scoreline perhaps harsh on Birmingham, who were just a few points here and there away from winning it themselves. But Chester just seemed to have that extra gear when needed, and they go home worthy winners.
Chester deserved it well.
Yeah, they did.
They played so well. Really enjoyed the day.
Round of applause for our winners, Chester.
Very tight, very tight. I'm so relieved and because better one.
Me and Daisy couldn't watch this. We'll look at the roof instead.
Yeah, so relieved.